What is going on, community? It is TJ, aka Flash by Night, and we are back here keeping up with the comics. Today, we are keeping up with not one, but two books from Boom, or as Guy Forge would say, Boom Boom Studios. So go ahead, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, because we are keeping up with Dark Blood, issue number 2. So for those who have not been following or haven't read Dark Blood issue number 1, it's about a African American World War II hero in 1955, I believe, which is kind of a jump, but in 1955, who is basically living in Alabama, and he has some sort of powers. That's kind of all we know about Dark Blood from issue number 1. And he has, of course, we know he has a wife, and we're gonna meet his family here. But Dark Blood issue number 1 kind of introduced us to this character, a little bit of his power set. Looks like he may have a telekinesis kind of thing going on, but he again is African American in 1955 Alabama, and so he has to live with what you would think he has to live with in 1955 Alabama. Now, issue number 2 does some good things and then makes me wait on some things. Issue number 2 introduces us to his wife and child. I believe his wife is named Emma, and his child is named Grace. She is, of course, an inquisitive little girl, and I kind of like that. And I enjoyed meeting his family. I enjoyed seeing them go about everyday life and kind of setting the environment that he lives in. We get a little bit of flashback back to his landing spot in World War II. I think he was a pilot, got into a dogfight, and eventually crashed with a parachute. So it wasn't bad, but that's kind of his background a little bit. And then we also find out that he works at this diner where people come in that don't treat him great, because again, this is Alabama in 1955. And at one point in this book, he does get attacked, and you can tell this is before any of the power issues or what have you that he will have going later on. And then he's helped out by the one person in this town that seems to embrace him and be nice to him. But if you've lived anywhere on this earth for any amount of time, no good deed goes unpunished and no favor comes uncollected. I'll leave it like that. So Dark Blood number 2 kind of gives us some background, some everyday on this character, Avery. But there's an event coming sooner or later called the Variance, and 2 issues in, we still don't know what the variance is. And as much as I try to be patient, I may be a little impatient. I want to see what the problem in the story is. We know kind of what the background of the main character is. We're getting really good background on it, but I want to see what's going on going forward. I think I will pick up Dark Blood issue number 3 and maybe get some of the problem this book is supposed to solve, or what it's supposed to be about, hopefully. If not in issue 3, I'm not sure how I feel about going forward with the book. But right now, Dark Blood issue number 2, it's pretty good. I'm still waiting on some things, but I'll give it one more shot. Good Luck issue number 3. So for those who have not been reading or may have skipped out on Good Luck issues number 1 and 2, It's a book about these four young, well, not young children. They're probably teenagers, what have you, but they are basically the unfortunates. They live in a world where two gods of luck have come together and basically met each other and touched, and somehow it's created luck for everybody on earth except for a few people. And these people, these kids, are called the unfortunates. Now, the government, science wants to know about this luck, wants to know, how we can harness it, how we can use it or whatever. And so they are sending the unfortunates on a mission to go and go to the center. I think it's Little Kentucky, Ohio, I think it is, to the kind of center of this event to see if they can change things, see if they can do anything about it. Because in my estimation, these unfortunates are expendable. And in issue 2, we find out that they go on their mission and they don't make it. And there's this bureaucrat that comes in and he's mad at the scientists because, 4 kids basically get killed trying to, find out what the origin is of this luck that is now scientific and quantifiable. So we pick up in issue 3. And this same bureaucrat who was mad that the kids passed is now selling us the kids passed admirably for the advancement of science, and we'd all be so lucky to have our life and death mean that much or whatever, all kind of government bureaucrat things. But in the meanwhile, what he's really doing that for is because, of course, the government wants to use this luck to their advantage, to I guess probably shell out to the highest bidder or whatever, kind of make luck centers around the world to benefit the government, because it's the government. What can I say? But in the meantime, in this book, we find R3, including Artemis, who is like our first main character. Artemis out here living his best life when he is supposed to be dead. And that goes for 2 of the other unfortunates who are supposed to be dead, but they're out living their best life. And the reason being is because, of course, they're not dead. And they also have luck. And they're giving this exposition on how it feels to have luck, what it's like to have whatever it is that you would have if you can have anything. That's how they're living until they get pulled out of this condition by the 4th unfortunate, who goes by Joseph Test Pilot. But we find out that Joseph Test Pilot is not just a kid. In the first couple of books, you find that he hasn't trained. He hasn't been working with the other kids. He kind of just drops down into the scenario, and he fits right in. And there's a reason, because he is not normal. And the end of this book tells you why he is not normal. And that kind of caught me off guard. I don't want to give away any spoilers, but Good Luck number 3, it was pretty good. I was apprehensive after the first issue, but between the second and third issues, I'm kind of drawn back in. I want to see what number 4 gives us. And also, I am really interested in one character that they kind of dropped on us, but didn't do a whole lot with. I assume we'll see these characters later. But this one guy, Orion the Gambler, yes, there is more than one god of 2 gods of luck in this universe, and one is named Orion the Gambler, and he is in Las Vegas, or I think they call it Dead Vegas. Either way, I don't know what it is. about knowing that one of the gods of luck is a gambler, but I am ready to see if he does anything else in this book. But that was Good Luck number 3 by Matthew Ehrman. And yeah, we'll see what happens going forward. I'll give it another shot, and I'm not sure how long this series is, but I'll definitely check out number 4 and see where else it goes. So that was it for Keeping Up with the Comics. I hope you saw something you liked. I hope you enjoyed yourself. If you did enjoy yourself, hit that like button. And if you want to keep up with me, keeping up with the comics in my sort of not so bland office, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and as always, feel free to leave comments. But as we always do at this time, love yourself, love others, and I will be back in a flash.